Namaskar. A warm welcome to all of you on our YouTube channel CA Sansaar. Myself CA Vivek Khurana, and I hope you all are very fine. Today we will discuss on a very important topic which I asked in my previous video. So before going to start, my request to all of you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel CA Sansaar and also press the bell icon so that whenever we upload new video, you will get notified. So now let's start to our topic whether an auditor can file tax returns of the company in which he is auditor. In my previous video I asked for the income tax return, but let's discuss either it can be income tax return or the GST return or any other return. Whether an auditor can file means whether an auditor can file. I'm appointed as auditor, so whether it's my duty to file or my responsibility, should I file or can I file? So we'll see what Companies Act 2013 says and what about the ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, what's their views regarding this. So before that, let's see few lines. Please see on your slide. An auditor appointed under this act shall provide to the company. Under this act means Companies Act 2013 shall provide to the company only such other services. When I asked this question, I received lots of answer on comments and my this one WhatsApp. But one thing is clear, everybody knows this is not part of audit. This is not part of audit means it's not my duty when I appointed as auditor. I have to only do the audit report, and I have to do the audits. Not this, everybody knows it's the other services. Somebody is saying it's a management services, someone is saying it's other services. Let's see. An auditor appointed under this act means Companies Act, shall provide to the company only such other services, means other than audit, other services as are approved by the board of directors or the audit committee. We have to see when we are appointed as auditor of a company, whether they have appointed us for other services, means whether it's our duty. They have given us an engagement letter in which they have mentioned you have to also this one file the income tax return. Then please check if director are saying to you or who is saying to you whether it's approved in the board of directors meeting. Please ask for the board resolution copy. Ask for the resolution copy whether it's approved or not. Abhi hota kya hai, if a small company, I'm talking about a small company, if there is a 2-3 directors are there, hamara communication we are doing with the one directors, but we are not aware whether he is authorized or not. If director is appointing you, then also please check whether that director is authorized by the board of directors. Ask for the resolution copy. क्या होता है बाद में उनमें झगड़े होते हैं, then other person से हमें तो पता नहीं है, सीए ने किया है, इनको हमने तो ऑथराइज ही नहीं किया. So please ask for the resolution, board resolution copy. I will try to create one more video for KYC, know your customer. That's also mandatory for the chartered accountant. When you are doing some services, certified this one attestation or certification services to your client, it's mandatory for you to do the KYC of your client. That we will discuss. But before that, first thing now, but we'll see whether we can do or not. But one thing is very important, ask for the board resolution, means it should be approved. Other than audit services, if we are providing, it should be approved by the board of directors. Now let's see where these lines as mentioned, where these lines, I took it from section 144. See on your slide, section 144 of the Companies Act 2013. See what section 144 says. It talks about auditor not to render certain services. Section 144 talks about auditor not to render certain services. Let's see. An auditor appointed under this act shall provide to the company only such other services as approved by the board of directors or the audit committee as case may be, but shall not include any of the following services. Means section 144 talks about some services which prohibited by the auditors. Means auditor cannot render these services. कौन कौन सी है अभी हम देखते हैं. And second thing, whether such services are rendered directly or indirectly. Means आप indirectly भी नहीं provide कर सकते these services को to the company or its holding company or the subsidiary company. तो this section is very vast, but we'll try to summarize it. तो see कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज आप प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकते एज ए ऑडिटर. ऑडिटर नोट टू रेंडर सर्विसेज. फर्स्ट इज accounting and bookkeeping services. One thing just I want to ask, see, it's written auditor not to render certain services. It's not mentioned chartered accountant. Means auditor नहीं provide कर सकता these services, but as a CA, if I am not auditor of some company, I can provide these services. This is clear? Okay. So first is accounting and bookkeeping services. So directly or indirectly, उसको explain भी किया है. In next slide we discuss. Second is internal auditor. Internal audit भी आप नहीं कर सकते. Third is design and implementation of any financial information system. Fourth is actuarial services. Fifth is investment advisory services. Sixth is investment banking services. Seventh is rendering of outsourced financial services. And eighth is management services. So as auditor, management services we will discuss. We can't provide these services and any other kind of services as may be prescribed. अभी तक ये 8 सर्विस कोई उन्होंने प्रिस्क्राइब किया, कोई और सर्विसेज एमसीए ने नहीं प्रिस्क्राइब करी. Management services that we will discuss, but before that let's see the explanation. So explanation of the section 144. For this purpose, subsection of the term directly or indirectly means they have prescribed कि if an auditor, अगर कोई auditor individual है means proprietorship firm, sole proprietorship firm or the partnership firm is there, then they have defined individual either himself or relative or the person connected or associated with such individual. तो उन्होंने आगे डिफाइंड किया है, that will discuss some other day. और same thing firm either itself or through its partner or its subsidiary associate entity or the other entity, वो उन्होंने पूरा डिटेल में इसका मेंशन किया. तो we'll discuss some other day. Means directly or indirectly means relative. यहाँ पर relative is very important. Means if we are appointed as a auditor of a company, तो don't do like that कि मैं तो auditor and my brother or the other person, my relative, he is doing bookkeeping services. उसको भी prohibit कर रखा है section 144 में. So this is clear, but see nowhere it's mentioned tax return. Tax return का कहीं mention नहीं किया. But yes, someone is saying कि management services में include है. तो management services MCA ने कहीं भी prescribe नहीं करी उसकी डिटेल में which are the management services. Yes, ICAI did, but before this act, Companies Act 2013, but ICAI ने कुछ management services describe करी है. So that we will see what ICAI says. If you go to the Code of Ethics book में page number around 103 2009 वाली, and same has been repeated into Code of Ethics 2019. ICAI ने in para 5 उसमें mention किया है that council has passed a resolution permitting a chartered accountant in practice to render entire range of management consultancy and other services given below. तो उन्होंने कुछ 26 सर्विसेज को डिस्क्राइब किया है, 26 सर्विसेज को which a chartered accountant can provide. Means ये before Companies Act 2013 था, but now these are prohibited under section 144. Management consultancy and other services. We'll see कौन कौन सी 26 सर्विसेज हैं, but before that see the other para. The expression management consultancy and other services shall not include. Means ICAI said in management consultancy and other services shall not include the function of statutory or periodically audit tax representation. Means is if I am represented either for direct tax or the indirect tax, or advice concerning tax matters, means as a tax consultant I'm providing some advice, or acting as liquidator, trustee, executor, administrator, arbitrator, or the receiver, means these services are not part of management consultancy and other services. Means these are services are not covered in section 144 of the management consultancy management services. जो वहां पे सेक्शन 144 में कुछ डिस्क्राइब करी थी आपको सर्विसेज 8 सर्विसेज, उसमें मैनेजमेंट सर्विस था, तो आईसीआई ने कहा है कि दीज सर्विसेज आर नॉट पार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट सर्विसेज. तो दीज सर्विसेज दैट वी कैन डू. नाउ सी विच आर द management services as prescribed by the ICAI management consultancy and other services. These are 26 services, just see on your screen. But जो before 4 services हैं, पहली 4 services हैं, तो ICAI said it can be either part of management consultancy or other services. Means management consultancy में भी include हो सकती है, other services में भी include हो सकती है. कौन कौन सी services हैं? Financial management planning and financial policy determination, capital structure planning and advice regarding raising funds. Third is working capital management. Fourth is preparing project report and feasibility studies. Means these 4 this one services can be either management consultancy services or the other services. But other 22 services, means 4 plus 22, these are management consultancy services which ICAI has been prescribed before Companies Act, जिसको बाद में कंपनीज एक्ट में प्रोहिबिट किया था सेक्शन 144 में एज ए मैनेजमेंट सर्विसेज. तो आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख लीजिए, these are 26 services. 14 services तो in this slides, then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 services are there, then these are 26 services आपकी which are part of management consultancy services as described by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So now it's clear, tax return is not part of management services. So what's the conclusion? क्या conclusion आता है? That an auditor so appointed under the provision of this act, Companies Act 2013, shall file tax return of the company in which he is auditor only when it's approved by the board of directors or the audit committee. कि अगर आपने कोई अदर सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करनी है तो यू कैन डू योरसेल्फ कि यस आई एम अपॉइंटेड एज ऑडिटर ऑफ द कंपनी, तो लाओ मैं आपकी जीएसटी रिटर्न भी फाइल कर देता हूँ, इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न भी फाइल कर सकता हूँ, अदर काम भी कर सकता हूँ. नो, यू कैन डू ओनली व्हेन इट्स अप्रूव्ड बाय द बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स. अगर अप्रूव नहीं किया बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ने, then you can't do that services. आप नहीं कर सकते services. So once again I'm saying, ask for the engagement letter where the scope of audit and what's your duties, क्या काम करना है आपने नहीं करना, and please for other services ask for the board resolution. Okay, so I think now it's clear, and I have received also many requests to prepare a video on whether a chartered accountant can certify or can sign on the projected report or the provisional report, provisional projected balance sheet or the provisional balance sheet. So that will try my best. But abhi jo I just talk to you कि will do a video on KYC, know your customer. So we'll try my best, and thank you very much for watching this video and also for your answer. So once again, my request to all of you, please convey this message to your knowns. आपके जितने भी अड़ोसी पड़ोसी फ्रेंड्स जो भी है सबको कहिए, स्टे होम स्टे सेफ. अपडेटेड तो मैं आपको ही करूंगा सिर्फ. सो फॉर यू, स्टे होम स्टे सेफ, stay updated. We care for you. Thank you very much.